Hey guys, welcome to Powerline. I'm your host Sky Knight, and today I've got some new Stargate deck profiles for you because that extra booster dropped last Friday, on the 23rd, and I'm about to show you some hotness. So as you can see on the map right now, I've got the main man himself, Nicol Bolas. That's because it's a giant plane that I'm using right now. So let's start with the starter, and then we'll work our way from the top down. The starter is Morganrot, on the grounds that Morganrot is just the better starter. I understand that we're in a control matchup with Chaos and an Overlord running rampant around, but who cares? You get the most out of him. Even if you get one activation out of him, you're already ahead. So this guy is really cool, and we have him at 1. Because he's that cool. Let's see, make sure it's looking good. Alright. So for the grade 3s, we're running only 8 grade 3s because reasons. So I'm running 4 Numond Blau Klugers. That's the new pseudo Heartbreak grade 3 that they have. I would call it a Heartbreak Break Ride deck or Heartbreak Ride deck, something like that. I don't know if I can coin a statement at this point, but because his second ability is pretty much a break ride minus a 10k and no limit break. So, it's really interesting. So there's combinations that you can use with them. Some people would use the break ride. I don't know why. Because Galaxy Blau Kluger is pretty much the best backup for this guy, given that his ability lets you, for Limit Break 4, if any one of your rear guards or him hit, resends the Vanguard. So, probably in my opinion, the best backup grade 3 for the deck. Moving down, we have probably one of the most expensive cards for the deck, which is Mars Blau Kluger. Very, very good. Counter +1 hits, restands. Next, from GBO10, we've got Uranus Blau Kluger at 3. And I got Regaya Blau Lands at 4. So what's really good, my opinion, I don't like playing Generation Break decks because I don't like being restricted to having to stride or throwing up a G guard in order to get there. So these are my main pressure units when I'm at grades 2 and 1 or even 3, even before we stride. So now I've got something to do before we get to the main plan. With that said, grade 1s, I'm running 2 limit break enablers, because what would feel bad is going from a stride and then healing from 4 to 3 and being unable to capitalize on de-striding into pseudo break ride. So we run 2 of those. Next, we run 2 Rayma Blau Raquettes, just as a way to control our soul and control our counterblast, because the deck will end up counterblasting super hard, so we need to control that. Next, I'm running 3 stride enablers because sometimes you need to get there. I'm running 2 extreme battlers, Gunzaron. So I normally would want to run Blaus in the deck, and I'm obviously running 2 non-Blaus in the deck. But this guy was just too good not to give up. And I was building this deck last night. Yeah, I was building the deck last night. And to me, last night, this card looked like a Blau. But that was because, guys, it was literally 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to finish this deck. So cut me some slack. So, but anyway, I looked it over again. Wasn't a Blau. I didn't care. It was just really good. And then last, I've got 4 of the new stride enablers because reasons. No, not stride enablers, excuse me. Perfect Guards. The Perfect Guards actually legit. So I can't see myself not running that one as opposed to the generics or Lady Cyclone that helps me out. Lady Cyclone is actually not bad because again it controls your counterblast. However, this set was extremely great to Nova Garpers for some odd reason. And I'll show you my trigger lineup now. So I'm running 4 draw triggers. The new one because I can throw it in the soul and give my Mars Blau Cougar an extra 3k, so now I can attack for 12 and hit the Vanguard. We've got SAR Blau Glands, which for Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1, throw it into soul, and I can turn 2 cards in total for my circle or my damage zone face up. So I can unlock cards during my turn, or I can turn my face on counterblast up. In addition, I've got this critical trigger that I can throw into soul and turn damage face up. And I've got 2 of the playset of the heal triggers that can soul charge or counter charge. So counterblast shouldn't really be an issue unless I don't see these cards. Moving on, Stride Zone and G Zone. So this is where I had the point of contest for the deck because I didn't know exactly what this deck wanted to do. On top of that, I haven't really been grabbing at a lot of the strides for Blaus, not even Blaus, for Nova Grapplers. I do like the clan, but it just wasn't in the budget or nothing really excited me. So generically, I'm running 4 Meteor Kaiser Victors because I think it's just a solid stride to go into given any part of my field. Yeah. And then I'm running 4 Bastards or Bastards. Now, I'm running 4 of that dude because of just how the deck already functions. It's a restanding Vanguard, which, again, already works with the deck, so I think Bastard is good. Most people say, why don't you run Vic Plasma? I lent my copies to Crispy Bunnies. I'm running 1 Sun and 1 of the new guy, Blazer Blaukluger. So this guy is a much better version of him, and these two both don't they don't counter they don't have limit break. Excuse me, wrong. You don't have to flip one up in the G zone to use his cards, which is great. But this card is much better than this card because the cost is cheaper. It's just a counterblast of 1 and discard 2, as opposed to this guy, which is a counterblast 1, discard 3, and on a limit break 5. The reason why this card is better is the first ability allows you to go search for the grade 3 in order for you to do the ability, while this card doesn't. So now you have some situational awareness that you have to be mindful of. And last to round out is Stark. Stark is great. Stark is perfect. Stark is life. Stark is love. And then for the Guardians, I kept it very simple. 3 Meteor Kaisers Dolganitan, because I can Soul Blast 1 to unflip in the zones, and 2 Gundeed, because again, making sure that I'm always able to have open counterblast. I think where Blaus are right now, counterblast is not an issue as opposed to when it was. Counterblast was a huge issue and you have to just be mindful of everything. I think this time around you can be a little bit more flexible in how you play the deck now, because you're able to, with everything, you're just able to counterblast and you're also able to apply a lot of rearguard and Vanguard centric pressure. So guys, this is my deck. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good night or day.